The system is not designed to make you successful, and you've probably been part of the poverty cycle. That is a cycle of poverty. If you grew up in an environment like how I grew up with not much money, not much income, not much wealth and opportunity, then watch this video right to the end, because I'm going to show you how that you've been systemized in order to stay in a cycle of relative poverty. And if you're thinking, oh no, not me, I'm good, I got this, I got a nice house, I got a nice house, watch this video, because I'm going to break that mental state and show you how you've been systemized in order to stay in a relatively similar position and not get the abundance that you truly desire in your life. So what is the poverty cycle? The poverty cycle simply says that you start off poor. You start off with not much money and not much resources in order to accelerate to financial freedom, wealth, and opportunity. And as a result of that, what happens is you do what most people do. Watch this. You work really hard. Have you done this? Right? You work really hard because you've probably been taught that in order to make a lot of money, you have to work really hard. Now, there's a good side of that and there's a bad side of it. The good side is, yes, you do need to work hard, especially in the initial stages. However, the bad side of it, I know so many millionaires, I know so many rich people, they have more time than most other people. Why? I go to David Lloyd's gym, it's packed at 10 a.m. Like, who's working? And these people are rich, they got money. Why? Because they've formed themselves outside of the poverty cycle. So what happens is you start off poor, and then you come over here and you work hard. And as a result of working hard, you get some success. Watch this. This is the trap, right? You get some success and then you trade. So you trade time for money up here and you get some success, you get some money in. And then here's what happens. What do you do with the money? Huh? Oh, you flex. you get the Rolly, you get the Benz that you got on finance, you got the nice yard potentially, right? You got all this stuff. Why do you do that though? Watch this. You do that in order to show people that you're no longer here. Hey, I made it. I did it. I flexed. Hey. I'm subject to this too. So watch this. Watch where you are and then watch how you break free of it and stay to the end so that you get this, right? Because if you get this, everything else in terms of income generation, wealth and success becomes far easier. So then you flex, you go on a nice holiday. I want to show people that I'm not poor. I want to show people that I got money. I want to show people that I made it. I want to show people that I came out of this poverty and that I started from, right? And then what happens is you go straight back up here. Because now, oh shoot, I just marked up my sofa. I just marked up my chair. I better wash it off in a minute. But anyway, I got money, I'm good. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, watch this, right? So then you go back to working really hard, stressed out, busy, not having time for loved ones, not having time to, and the freedom and the flexibility to do the things that you want. And then you just end up going back somewhat relatively poor. Why? Because you're constantly trading time for money. So how do you break free of that cycle? And by the way, the reason that you're in this cycle is because society told you that you've got to work really hard for money. That was ingrained as a subconscious seed in your mind, which said to you that there's no getting off this treadmill of busyness, of overload, of working 10, 15 hours a day. And by the way, nothing wrong with that. I choose to do that sometimes. However, here's the difference. You want to choose to work hard and when you want to work hard, but most people don't do it through choice. They just do it through subconscious regurgitating, doing the same old thing in order to try and get a different result. But Einstein told you, right? What is insanity? It is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So whether you make 30,000 a year, 100,000 a year, or $1 million a year plus, right? You're still probably part of the same cycle, because I know lawyers that work really hard, make 250 grand a year, etc. But then they're in this trap and they can't get out of the 9 to 5 cycle. They can't get out of the grind. They can't stop finishing. They can't stop finishing work until 8 p.m. and so on and so forth. So here's how you break free of that cycle: is you want to build. You start off poor here. And I'm just going to botch this drawing. You start off poor here, and then you go into a space where you build a system So you work hard first, trade time for money, that's cool. And then you build a system, and that system is either with a team and or technology. And if you have both, then fantastic. This is what I did in my first company, by the way. First, I was trading my time for money as a football coach initially, and then I built a system, a manual, a guide, a process that other people can follow. And then it started off with me and my cousin, and then it started off with me and my cousin and my 5 friends that live local to me, and then it expanded from a one-man band making £30 a week to a team of 150 people with a £3 million recurring revenue. How? Because I built a team and I built technology behind it. I built a system that they can replicate, and they can do it without me being there. It really is that simple. Now, if you were taught this, by the way, from the age of 8, you would be incredibly far wealthier than you are today. If I was taught this from the age of 8, I would be far wealthier than I am today. So yes, you would love to learn it earlier, but hey, be grateful that you're learning it now, that you're putting the actions into place now so that you can build your system, build the team, build the technology behind it in order to automate certain processes. And then the system starts to make you money. Not you, not trading your time, or at least not trading excess of your time. Because, by the way, we want to work, right? Work is a joyful activity, especially when you do it right, like the way that I do it. So then you want to make money, and then the system makes you money. So then you can pour back into the community, And how do you do that, by the way? Don't make this mistake. Most people give money back to their community, their loved ones, their family members, etc. far too early. I made this mistake, right? And then I realized, actually, I'm broke, right? I'm making everybody else, like I'm trying to, get money so that I can give to everybody else. But here's the thing, right? Here's the caveat, and here's what I want you to really pay attention. If you miss everything in this video, get this. Right here is you want to have assets. That is like property. So the first asset is up here, that's your system. Your second asset is property. Your third asset, if it serves you and if it's your kind of style, is stocks. I invest passively in like the S&P 500 as well. And then you take what we call the drip. My friend Wale loves this term. What's the drip? Well, you take the drip. In other words, you build this asset column up, the passive income, in order to generate, let's say that's generating you, let's keep numbers simple. Let's say that's generating you 3K a month. Now you can use that passive income in order to pour into your community, not your active income. That's it. By the way, if you just do that, you will become rich. You will become wealthy, and you will never have to worry about money again. Why? Because you've taken a portion of this, not all of it. Don't take all of your passive income and invest it back in the community, because then you'll end up broke, and broke people can't serve broke people in the way that they truly want. All right? So you've got to get more money. Why? So that you can give more into your community and you can serve more people and infiltrate more wealth throughout your community. Listen, you cannot build a wealthy community by being broke. Like, it just doesn't work, right? You've got to build the connections, build the relationships, build the system so that the system starts to make money for you. Invest that money into your assets, some of it, not all of it, and then take that 3K and let's say, for example, you keep 1K here, yeah, cool. You pour back in 1K and you invest another 1K. Now, if you just do that and you separate into into thirds, right? Then you'll always be wealthy. You'll always have money. Your money will always be growing. Why? Because you've taken a third of it and you've invested it back again. My goodness. It's too easy. It's too easy. But people will find this hard. Why would they find it hard? Because you've been subconsciously taught from the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And by the way, the money mentality that you were taught by the age of 8 it has the biggest impact on your income right now. So what was that story that you were told? Who told you that you can't be wealthy? Who told you that you've got to work hard for every penny that you earn? Listen, sometimes I wake up, I check my Stripe account. Ooh, there's 500. Ooh, there's 2 grand. Where did that come from? Right? Why? Because I have a system that is designed to make me more financially successful. So if you go to work hard on the system and you build that into your life, then everything else becomes far easier and far more vibrant and successful for you. And by the way, if you like that video, I've got another video here of the easiest way to make 10K in the next 90 days. So go and check it out and make sure that you take action. Peace.